So a lot of people say that when I did my video on Lenovo that I was being unreasonable. I was being unfair when I said, look at how Lenovo supports their products versus how Apple supports their products. I did a video where I poured almost a gallon of water into a Lenovo ThinkPad P50 while it was on, running Prime 95, and what did Lenovo do when that machine stopped working 6 months later? They just replaced the motherboard and everything in it for free, under warranty. What people said when they criticized me was, well, they're only doing that because you have a YouTube channel with 200,000 subscribers. They're only doing that because they know who you are. They wouldn't do that for regular people. Okay, fine. Criticism taken. Maybe Lenovo knows who I am, and maybe they decided to replace everything inside that Lenovo P50 that broke 6 months later, by the way, not a month later, or a day later, or a second later, like an Apple product. They decided to replace everything inside that Lenovo ThinkPad P50 for free. For me, because I have 200,000 subscribers. Linus has 5 million subscribers. His viewership is, at a minimum, 10 times greater than mine. And he has a lot of people watching that could be Apple customers. What does Apple do?
That was how Anthony got tasked with taking our iMac Pro to the Apple Store for repairs. Only one small problem. They refused to fix it. And we're not even talking warranty service. We understood we would have to pay. We wanted to pay. And they outright refused to fix it. How the
Not only will they not service it for free, they won't service it if he's willing to pay. They won't let Linus pay $2,000 to service his $5,000 machine. And he has 5 million subscribers. So if that's how Apple treats somebody who is an influencer, who is I hate using the word, but who is a genuine brand influencer with 5 million subscribers in the specific realm of computer tech and hardware, how do you think they're going to treat you, the end user? A lot of people have said that it makes sense that they don't want to work on Linus's machine. What if Linus messed a lot of things up? And as a result of him messing a lot of things up, it doesn't work after Apple fixes it, and he tries to blame them. What if he caused more damage while trying to repair it? It makes sense that they wouldn't want to fix items like that. If that's the case, why does Apple offer Tier 4 level damage repairs for accidental damage from liquid spills, urine, Coca-Cola, machines left out in the rain, machines that were dropped off a balcony, machines where the battery was punctured, phones that were run over by a car? They offer all of these services on a regular basis to machines that were damaged far worse than Linus's iMac. So why wouldn't they offer that service to Linus's iMac? What they do is they simply charge you a ridiculous amount of money for the repair, assuming that they're going to have to replace everything. That's what they do. That's what they've been doing for the past 10 years. So why is it that that repair option that they're so eager to offer my customers every single day is an option that they didn't extend to Linus? Now, a lot of people are also going to say, well, it makes sense. They don't want to go in and clean up after some other technician's mess. And again, fair enough. A lot of stores will send in boards that would typically be fixed for $225, but they will have tried to fix it themselves. As a result of that store trying to fix it themselves, they no longer get the option of a $225 board repair. The reason that is because we have a no-fix, no-fee model. If we don't fix your problem, we don't get paid. So if we're not going to get paid for the cases where we are not able to fix it, we need to not take in cases that have a very, very decreased likelihood of being repaired for reasons outside of our control. And one of the reasons that is very common is that somebody tried to fix it themselves and destroyed it beyond us being able to fix it. We're not even going to look into whether or not it's fixable if we see that there was a DIY attempt anymore. We just quote them the rate for board replacement. You no longer qualify for $225 board repair. You only qualify for $500 to $700 board replacement. Would you like to do it? And it's up to them at that point to choose whether or not they want to perform the service at the higher price as a result of their actions. We offer this most of the time. In some cases, we can't offer it because we can't get access to a new or good condition board for that computer. But we're not talking about an independent here. We're talking about the OEM. We're talking about Apple Inc. They have access to every single part for this machine because they made it. So there's no reason that they couldn't say, hey Linus, we usually charge $1,200 for this repair, but since you opened it and messed it up and broke our terms of service, it's going to be $2,400. There's no reason that they simply couldn't just take a higher tiered repair option and offer it to him and say, you're going to pay double or even triple what the standard repair cost would be because you opened it. What's really weird here is that they chose to say, we cannot repair it at all. And that's not something that an OEM of a professional level product being marketed to professionals that costs over $5,000 should ever be saying to a customer in the field. much less Linus. People are going to want to open a professional-grade machine every now and then, especially an iMac. It's a computer. People are going to want to do things like clean the dust out of it, which is a service that they don't offer at the Apple Store. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but for many, many years, iMacs would have issues with failing graphics chips, often because of overheating. And if you look at the design of this machine, it has a design that sucks air in and traps the dust, and the dust doesn't come out. You need to clean out that dust if you expect for the machine to last longer than 3 to 5 years if you're using graphics-intensive applications. And that's something that you're going to want to do by opening the machine and using a little bit of canned air. Let's just talk about this purely from a social media and marketing point of view. If they had fixed his machine, even if they had charged money to fix his machine, he likely would have spoken well about it on his channel. And his channel has 5 million subscribers that are all interested in high-end PC and computing hardware, many of which may have happily went out and spent their money on this product. He also has a channel that talks about taking this kind of stuff apart. So imagine if they had done some kind of collaboration in a social media sense where they say, hey, you got to pay for the repair, but we're going to allow you to film how it's put back together, and we're going to explain what the different parts do, and you can film it and do a video on it where we talk all about taking apart the iMac, and we kind of make it like that video you did on the OnePlus quality assurance thing, where he was talking about the quality control that OnePlus does at their factory. Do something like that. If Apple had done that, not only would they have made the money from the repair, but they also would have gained a ridiculous amount of customers and amazing PR. Even though a lot of people that watch Linus don't like Apple, they'd have to respect the fact that at least they participated in some way in the channel, and a lot of people that watch his channel that are on the fence or don't dislike Apple may have went out and bought the machine. From a purely social media and marketing point of view, regardless of what you think he should have been billed for the repair, the marketing and social media people at Apple should be fired, should get tossed right out the door for the fact that they allowed this to happen. Because from a social media and marketing point of view, this is suicide. Here's what I want you to let sink in. Lenovo is a company that I've lambasted and insulted and downright cursed out many times over the past 4 years. From everything from their T440 redesign to the supposed retro model they produced last year. Well, after I spilled half a gallon of water into the machine, on purpose, mind you, on camera, opened it up and took everything apart, they still decided that they were going to replace everything in it for free within warranty with overnight shipping both ways. My channel only had 200,000 subscribers and 700,000 views a month at the time. Linus has 5 million subscribers and somewhere around 40 to 50 million views per month. He is a genuine brand influencer in his field. He broke his machine while opening it by accident and contacted the vendor totally willing to pay whatever it is that they wanted him to pay for the repair, and they said, no service for you. Which company do you think is going to treat you, the end user, better? The company that says, no, you can't pay for repair, even though you have 5 million subscribers on a tech channel? Or the company that says, yes, sir, thank you, sir, we'll fix it, sir, regardless of what you did wrong to it, even though you have no influence in your field? Which company do you think is going to treat you as the average everyday end user better? Many people will say, Lenovo doesn't have stores, Apple has stores, you can go to a store. But what's the point of the store if when you go to the store, all they do is look at you and tell you that you can go F yourself? I'd much rather mail my device to somebody who's going to pay for the overnight shipping both ways and actually fix it than take it to a store where they're going to tell me to take my head and shove it up my ass. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This video is brought to you by our sponsors at store.rossmangroup.com. Thank you for supporting our sponsors that help keep us in business. On store.rossmangroup.com, you can find chips, supplies, ultrasonics, flux, soldering stations, and more. With 4.9 stars on Shopper Approved, same-day shipping from New York City, and free continental shipping over $30, you can't lose. We even offer free support, unless you're a Please Bro, live chat, and are adding new products every day. We even got rid of our old terrible merchant services provider that used to decline random transactions for no reason. If you buy today, we'll throw in a special offer that your order will actually go through properly. What are you waiting for? Go to store.rossmangroup.com to get yourself some authentic Amtech flux. Don't delay. Buy today.